Hey, what's happening, you beautiful people? How's that going? More Lego Marvel Avengers is happening tonight. Sorry for the delay, but I needed to rest up. I've been burning the candle at both ends, making Batman videos, staying alert with all the leaks for Batgirl and, you know, people contacting me over Keaton and stuff like that. And I have not been sleeping lately. I've only been getting about 4 hours of sleep a night, and I just crashed. I couldn't. People are like, what is the cost of you working on the O1 channel, Facebook, and this channel again? And it's like, today I couldn't do it. I didn't have the strength to get out of bed. But hopefully you guys are doing good. I don't know if I'm doing another Batman video tomorrow on my other channel, because even if there's news that drops, I don't know if I could do it. Or if I do it, it's going to be like super bare bones, where literally there's no pictures or anything, because I just would only have like 9 minutes free to do something. So today we're going to be doing Iron Man, and I think Iron Man is the last of the DLC. And then tonight is the finale of Sonic, assuming that I can, you know, beat the thing. And then I guess tomorrow will be the start of the Spider-Man thing. And then when Lego Marvel Avengers here wraps up, the game that'll be after that will be, you guys, I think it was Mario and Luigi Dream Team, or maybe there was another game. I don't really remember. I think it's Mario Luigi Dream Team is going to be happening after this series wraps up. So that'll be sometime in February. Amazing Spider-Man's not going to last long. Amazing Spider-Man's only going to be probably like 5 or 6 streams. It's not going to be that long at all. But without further ado, let's do the Tony Stark space thingy, like Iron Man 3 thing. It's always fun. But yeah. I literally, like, today I recorded more Facebook stuff with Amber, which was fantastic. We had a lot of fun. We did more of our Star Fox 64 Let's Play that's exclusive to Facebook, and it was a lot of fun. I think we have like 9 videos of that series, something like that.
You'd think that Tony Stark,
and Amber's really tired because she's done a lot of streams.
Sorry, but something about him is different now. He spends most of his time building new Iron Man suits at his mansion, and has somehow managed to get himself in trouble with this mysterious menace.
Great to see you guys. Hope everyone's day is going great.
I'd like to think he knows what he's doing, but,
And
well, he's Tony.
yeah, guys and gals, Luke wasn't on the last stream because he was sleeping.
You see that lovely Malibu
great
penthouse?
to see you guys. Hope
Well, that's where
everyone's...
I live with Tony Stark. Normally, it has a beautiful vista of the Pacific, but today, it has a fleet of gunships hired by the Mandarin to redecorate our lounge. He's the same villain that's been creating all kinds of chaos around town, even putting our friend Happy in the hospital. Guess he's not so happy now. Definitely not Tony's best decision, giving our home address to a bunch of lava-blooded villains. On a positive note, at least his new Iron Man suit fits.
Aw,
me
Pepper
snugly.
saved him. Cute.
Wait, where's the Get her, I'm gonna find a way around.
Where's the
Tony! You're okay, right? We need to get you out
one
of
over
here
here.
right now. See, this is why I don't like it when you bring your work home with you.
Okay, Iron Man 3. I thought the Iron Man 3 movie was good. I like it more than Iron Man 2.
Yeah, I don't think I was... Iron Man 2 was the first Iron Man movie I saw, and that was a mistake.
Yeah, you have to see the first Iron Man before you see the second one, because it's just kind of lackluster.
The first one is actually really interesting.
I like the first one.
It's probably my favorite.
Yeah, of the Iron Man movies, the first one's my favorite. And then I like some aspects of the third movie. I like the relationship between Pepper and Tony.
Yeah. So, great to see you guys in the chat. Hope everyone's day is going great. And thanks again, Drago, for a great Ultimate stream at 5 o'clock. And thanks for letting us switch it to 5, because Luke really wasn't feeling good today. So
Yeah.
it was very nice of you, Drago.
Oh, it says Pepper.
Hype Train, that's right, Drago. Hello, Nishai, Simons. Hey, David. Great to see you. The Real Omrald. Hello, Tony. Hey, the Batman. How's it going, the Batman? Hello, Timothy, Tony Stark, said why? And Cyber. I'm just kind of like pumping up because I just thought so really I don't know what to say.
I don't know. You told me that, you know.
It said it was on his Instagram.
Well, I mean, if it's disappointing.
Well, I mean, there's no.
Oh, you know the reason why. It's not hard to look between the lines. Just wait for an announcement like right around Aquaman 2 being in theaters. So, by the way, we're dating now. Uh-huh. She completes me, man, like no other person does. It's like, sure, Jason. Somebody was swimming in another pool.
I don't know. I mean, there's no way to know.
Okay, so now Pepper needs to be all peppery.
Pepper, so cute.
How is that gonna help us?
She's wearing his Iron Man suit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I would have liked to see more of Pepper with superpowers. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, I know.
But I mean,
they kind of fixed her to become normal.
Well,
again.
they had to because she was dying.
She was gonna blow up or something.
I don't know if she was gonna blow up. I don't remember what happened. Like, it was some type of like thing that was making her powerful, but it was also it would kill her. So he found a way of curing her, obviously. And they got married. Which one of the things that I wish they would have showed was their wedding. They were building up to this thing between the two of them, you know, for a long time, and then they just kind of get married like in an Avengers like. Hang on, they get married, but you don't see the wedding. Like, it's all off screen, I believe is the term.
Yeah.
Just like, I mean, they don't even show them really get engaged. Like, he has a backup plan because he was going to announce Spider-Man as an Avenger. And then, you know, Pepper's there, and he's like, well, he says, I guess, Happy's like, always have a backup, and he takes out the engagement ring, he gives it to Tony, and then Tony's like, you want to? And she's like, of course. And it's just kind of like, that's cute. But at the same time, they don't show their reaction to them getting engaged at the press conference.
Yeah.
Oh well.
That was weird. That's surprisingly comfortable.
I don't know.
The Christmas tree! That horrible giant bunny he gives her.
I liked that bunny. I thought that was cute.
You like the bunny? Oh, we're Pepper again? How's this gonna work?
Hey, Arcerio. Hey, Amber Rawlings. How's it going? Great to see you. Hey, Andre. Hello, Juicy Nerd. Great to see you, Cyber, and hello, Mugsy Girl.
Hello.
I heart the channel. Thank you, Mugsy Girl. Really appreciate that. Remember to comment after the stream, like the video, and share the video. Sign up for Kwingsletsplays newsletter. Thank you so much, Droggle. Really appreciate that. Great to see you, Simons. How's it going? This is Coffee Cup Hype. Hello, Geosworld, DC Nerd, and Spider Monkey. Hey, Omworld. Hey, the Batman. Tony Stark is here. And, I am Iron Man, says Set. Definitely.
Yep.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Roberto. I got the test today. Okay, Wolf Boy. How have you been today, says Arcero? How's everyone been? I'm pretty good, Arcero. How have you been? New Fantastic Four in the making. Oh yeah, I'll check your DM on Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, they're doing, the guy who did the Spider-Man trilogy, John Watts, I believe is his name, is gonna do the he's gonna do the Fantastic Four movies. So Spider-Man, for the MCU, aside from like maybe Avengers cameos and other things, he's gonna be taking a little bit of a break. So that's why people are saying that Andrew Garfield will be Spider-Man again in Sony's projects. For apparently he's gonna show up in reshoots for Morbius that they're gonna add, as well as he's gonna be in the next Venom movie. I don't know if Andrew Garfield's actually literally getting an Amazing Spider-Man 3, but it sounds like he's at least going to get other appearances as Spider-Man in Sony's like shared universe that they're building. So Tom Holland will be the MCU Spider-Man probably for like another 10 years, and then they'll introduce Miles Morales, which makes sense. Have Peter retire or something like that, and then Peter Parker, Andrew Garfield will exist in the Sonyverse, most likely with Ghost Spider, Spider-Gwen. So. And then they'll probably do like another massive team-up movie with Tobey Maguire and some other stuff. So apparently, people are saying that Nicholas Hammond lied and he didn't show up in the Spider-Man movie, like in the cafe. Like,
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's weird.
But
Maybe he thought he was gonna be in it. Maybe
it
they...
really looks like him though. That's the thing. So if Sony got somebody who looked exactly like him.
Why would he lie about that? It seems so stupid.
People are saying he lied about it. They don't like him because he's not like the rest of Hollywood.
That's so dumb. Why would he lie for such a stupid thing? I don't think he would lie about it.
Right.
There'd be no reason because he'd be easily found out. So
Exactly.
it just doesn't make any sense why he would lie.
I don't know.
You know, people would easily see it.
What is this?
It just doesn't make any sense.
Oh, I see. Barbecue. Iron Man. Pepper, hide behind the piano. Stay safe. Very good. Yeah, but poor Michael Keaton is going to be run ragged. Like, Samuel L. Jackson, they made work a lot, but you have to remember that he filmed all those different movies within, like, 10 years, you know? He did like little cameo appearances in every Avengers movie almost, but it was just briefly, and he was doing other stuff. Now Michael Keaton as the new DCU Batman, supposedly he's going to be in 5 movies that are going to be shot over the next 2 years. That's a lot of work, even if it's just like a 10-minute or like 20-minute part in a movie, like. Especially with how COVID is and stuff like that, it just I don't know. Seems a bit intense. All right, so how do I take down the helicopter? Guys, did I do something wrong with this helicopter thing? I can't seem to get past this part. Ow. I can't leave either. I don't know what's going on. I'm just kind of stuck here. Pepper's here too. Ah! I don't think Pepper was supposed to leave. Pepper, I don't think you were supposed to be over here. We can't do anything. I think I should do this again. Because there's nothing for me to break. I can't break the attack helicopter, obviously. Only characters with shields can put out Lego fires. Yeah, I don't have a shield. Pepper doesn't have a shield. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? This is crazy. I think I did something wrong. Unless that chopper's just messed up.
Yeah, I'll check it, sorry. Yeah, Luke, this was posted 1 day ago. That's it. There.
Yeah, honey, it's devastating. Also, that's when, you know that's when they stopped shooting. Like, they finished shooting, Aquaman.
Wow.
Wait, Pepper can't fix things?
So he couldn't say anything until they were done shooting it.
I guess so. Pepper's great at fixing the relationship, and you're saying she can't repair things? She's the ultimate repair person.
Yeah, guys, be careful of too many emojis. I can be Pepper. You have to build something.
Yep, I got it.
Oh, they've said that Andrew Garfield was going to be Spider-Man again? Yeah, I've heard something like that, Amber. I don't know if that's true or not.
He's going to be Spider-Man in the Sonyverse. So, he's going to have a brief cameo in Morbius now. He's going to be in the Venom movie. And then he's probably going to be in the Spider-Gwen movie as a different version of Peter Parker. So, oh no, please don't send images. We don't, I've had people send weird pictures on Sony. If you want to send us messages, by all means, but please don't send us pictures. Especially when they say it's like a picture for Batman and then it's something gross. It's like, no thanks, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, we had a problem today on our Fortnite stream.
Oh no.
Some of the people, I couldn't hear it because I had the chat off. I don't have chat playing.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently they were cussing up a storm, like, to everyone who was trying to play.
Oh wow.
And then here, nobody could hear anything.
Oh, I remember.
Wait, you heard
Should be no
people's
problem.
No, I didn't hear them.
in game?
Everyone in my chat said that the people that were part of our room were cussing all over the place in the chat to each other.
And you could hear them like
I couldn't hear
in
them.
your game? No.
No, I couldn't hear them.
Okay.
I said there was nothing I could do.
No,
about
you
it.
can't. You can't
I
police
just
people.
said like try
For
to
a
turn your
second, we thought
volume
it was
off.
over.
Yeah,
But a
you
final
can't-
missile
on
slip
your own
passed.
game.
I watched in horror as the entire condo sunk into the abyss. Thankfully, Jarvis had managed to help Tony escape a watery end, but the suit had shorted out, leaving him stranded in Tennessee. Further adding to his troubles, the hot-headed villains happened to be visiting the area, and Tony's only ally was Harley, a local boy with a pretty mean potato gun. The pair were left with no choice but to take on the Flameheads together. Tony really should start keeping the rest of the Avengers on speed dial.
Whoa, that was so cool! I mean, you know, in a bad way. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. There are transformers around here that'll shut the power off. I accidentally did that. Twice.
Tony Stark and this kid genius. I wonder if that kid's gonna show up in the MCU again. The guy who helped Tony Stark fix his suit in the third movie. If they're saying that Tom Holland was the Spider-Man, was the kid that Tony saved in Iron Man 2, or something like that, then who's the kid who helped him repair his suit? Like, what role is he gonna have in the MCU in the future, if ever? Or is he just like kind of this character that's never gonna be explained? It's like, oh yeah, I helped Iron Man once, and that's it.
Matters. Like,
Everything apparently matters in the MCU. Like every character that is introduced always matters.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to. It could just be that. It'd be a cool story to tell.
Speaking of cool stories, so I might make a video on this, but I don't know if you think this is newsworthy or not. But there's a lot of newspapers, in like the Batgirl movie.
Yeah.
Some of the newspapers and magazines that are on display in Gotham City is the Court del Maltese by Vicky Vale from Batman '89. So Vicky Vale is back in the DCU, so it's most likely going to be Kim Basinger. Is that who played Vicky Vale?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And also they have a reference to the whole Lex Luthor incident where he bombed the courthouse in BVS. So, like I was telling people before, the new DCU is a combination of the Burtonverse from the past. This is what my contact told me, like months ago. There's going to be like a conglomerate of the Burton universe and the BVS universe in one brand new universe. So the fact that they now have pictures of these different newspaper articles and magazines with Vicky Vale, Kim Basinger, or rather, it is her because it's the Court del Maltese. It's that, you know, weird piece that she did that was like in this bookstore where Batgirl was. So it's an old book. That's the one that was used in the '89 Batman movie. And then you have discussing the bombing incident that happened during BVS where the courthouse exploded and it was Superman's fault. But they don't say it was Superman's fault, so that's my guess is they'll say that it was Supergirl's fault. Because, like, remember, they're reshooting Henry Cavill's stuff with Supergirl in mind. Like, all those things happened in their DC universe. The only difference is the character was gender swapped. So, it's... I mean, I'm very confused to see that stuff, though, because it's like... wow, so you're not really erasing the Snyderverse, you're just recasting, basically, Batman, changing Batman a little bit. You're still having an older Batman, you just made him even older. You just went even more, old. Because, you know, people always complain, well, Ben Affleck was supposed to be an older Batman. It's like, yeah. So now it's like you have an older Batman, he's gonna have a 27-year-old Batgirl and a 30-year-old Robin.
Yeah.
I'm pushing this kid out of the way. I don't know what I'm doing. Whee!
Alright, great to see you guys. Spider Monkey, Batman, our cereal. Hello, Sed. Great to see you, Druggle. Hello, Thor and Timothy. Hey, Nisha. We will have a good stream. Thank you, Nisha. Mugsy. Hey, Sed Y. Amber Rollings. Hey, great to see you, Lily and Billy. Spider Monkey, our cereal, and J88. How's it going? Hope everyone's day is going great. Hello, Batman, the Lone Spider Kid, and
Don't worry about it.
Lars 234. That's great, honey. I'm not really that.
I don't know if it's great.
I'm not really into it. I don't really care.
I don't know how I feel. It's just kind of like.
I couldn't care.
But
less.
everything I said, or I've been told, more or less, is kind of accurate now. Like the BVS world and Keaton world merged together to create a new world. Events from the Keaton movie happen, events from BVS happen, but it was always Keaton. That's weird. I don't know. I just find it kind of weird, that's all.
I know, honey, but
I think
somebody else looking from the outside in, you're a super Keaton fan, so I don't know.
Well, I'm not just a super Keaton fan. I mean, I wanted Ben Affleck's thing more than anybody, but I didn't like that they killed Robin. That always bothered me. And they had no plans.
Yeah, honey, you
And-
know,
and they
after I've done a couple streams, I'm kind of zoned out.
And they stifled poor Chris McKay.
There's a lot of other things on my mind, like getting food on the table. So
Mhm.
many more things that are important than who. I couldn't care less who they cast as Batman anymore. It doesn't matter to
Okay,
me.
alright, thank you.
I certainly don't care who they cast as Vicky Vale because she's such a minor character. It doesn't even matter.
No, I'm saying they're probably going to bring Kim Basinger back in a later movie. Most likely. Because it's...
What did she do? She just said hello and she acted pretty and went to the Batcave once. I don't really think she did very much. I don't really think she's very important.
Yeah, she's not really very important except she knows who Batman is. That's, you know, only thing.
Yes.
Okay, what's left to do here?
I mean, I bet she looks old now.
Oh, of course, they're all old. And so I did that. What do I need to do now, Mr.
I
Iron
don't
Man?
remember roasting Luke earlier. You guys thought I was roasting Luke? When did I roast Luke? In the prom stream, or?
I wasn't even there. How could I be roasted if I wasn't even there?
Oh, well, somebody had a bad day. Sorry about that.
Only characters with shields.
Oh, honey, I don't...
You don't have to be on.
I love the DC Universe. No, guys, I didn't mean to say I don't care about the DC Universe. I care about the DC Universe. I don't care about this one movie. It's not going to be very good. I don't think the movie's going to be very good anyway. I don't... You know, I'd rather make my own movie than worry about some other weird people making a movie that they're gonna mess up anyway. I'd rather make my own things, create my own videos, do my own thing in life, not worry about these people ruining people's childhoods with videos. Movies, I don't see the point. Like, it's just...
Okay, that's fine. What happened to that drone that I
was trying to
brought?
help you, honey, but people said the split screen was hurting their eyes.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
So I went out.
I don't...
I'm very glad that that's your passion. I just...
Doesn't bother me.
I don't know.
Let's see.
I'm glad you're excited. It's just that you're gonna be so... You're gonna hype yourself up too much for this movie. It's gonna be pretty bad.
Oh, I don't know if the movie's gonna be good. I'm just... I'm kind of happy about the new universe they're setting up.
But, honey, you thought they were setting up a new universe with Snyder Cut, and that never happened, so it's just... They're never gonna set up a new universe. It's the DCU. They never do it. They always say they're gonna do it, and they never do. Halfway through the filming, someone's gonna break their leg. They're gonna just be done with it. They always cop out. They never finish what they start. It's DC. It's Warner Brothers. They never finish it.
That's true.
I don't think that they would ever.
Hey guys,
No matter what their plans are, they'll never follow through.
did I glitch the game? Because like I can't move this. I don't see a place for me to save my progress either. Like There's no... The drone is gone that was here. This kid doesn't do anything that I know of. No, he doesn't do anything. Nope, I can't call that drone back. What do I do now?
I'm very sorry, Luke. I'll
It's
just
fine.
be quiet.
Just go to bed.
Okay, well, I thought you wanted me on this video.
No, not if you're gonna be...
I'm not anything, honey.
Okay.
You're over obsessed with this movie. That's all you can talk about.
It's my job on my other channel.
Right,
Report
not
on
this
stuff.
channel, though. We're playing a Marvel game. Just, you can't stop talking about Batman.
Oh, that's what I do. Alright, anybody who's played this level, do you know what happened? Did I accidentally glitch it? Because I was up on the roof before, and I can't do anything else, it seems. There's no way for me to fly. There is no drone. There's no way for Iron Man to break silver blocks right now, because he can't use his Iron Man suit. Where is... And I can't use this here. So, I think I have to restart the level, but if I restart the level, I'm gonna have to come back into it completely again from the start of Iron Man.
Why don't I try to help you with this?
Help me with what, Amber? Look at this. There's nothing else you can do. I just said there's no way to summon your Iron Man suit, so you can't break silver objects. There was a drone that was here. You can't get past the electricity. I've already done all this.
Honey, if I had the pictures in front of me, I could understand what you're talking about, but I don't really understand what you're saying.
That's fine, I don't care.
Okay, well, it seems like you care.
Nope.
You were telling me a lot about it.
Don't restart. Then what am I supposed to do if you guys don't want us to restart? There's nothing we can do.
Well, we have to restart. There's
I
nothing we can do.
can't summon that drone again. That's gone.
Well, we're going to restart because there's nothing else we can do.
Break the generator. Alright, I'll go try to break the generator. Now keep in mind, I haven't played this stuff in a long time, so I don't really remember all this stuff. Like, the last time we did LEGO Avengers was 2016, so... And usually we would play through the level before and try not to, you know, do some stuff.
We can get past now, right?
Or have another save file, so it would appear that things wouldn't get stuck the way they would. Because, you know, you have to have a rough understanding, other than just, like... That's the secret. And that is for Ultron, so that's free play.
How about that?
More of these people. Excuse me.
Can I just catch my breath for a second?
Little kid with a blaster. Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, how do you know they're putting Vicky down?
I'm following a person that's leaking backroll details, like, on a Reddit. They're posting pictures from the set. I'm not saying she's going to be in the movie, I'm saying they're... How do I explain this?
Well, I'm glad you have information that you can do videos about.
Yeah. Well, that was weird. Oh, that's right, these guys have weird powers.
I don't really like, for me, I don't really like to think about what's going to be in a movie. I just like to watch the movie once and be done with it. I don't like to hype myself up for months in advance. Like, it's too much hype.
I'm not hyping, I'm reporting.
I know, but... I know.
Okay, I just won't tell you anymore.
It's fine, because I'd like to actually not be spoiled about it.
Okay, just come up and smack that person, please. Thank you.
Real heroes should never be too proud to ask for advice.
What happens now? The diner, I can't get in there. Can I get over here? No, can't go there. I can break the snow pile though. And I need to have Iron Man's suit in order to break that, which we don't, because we just have Tony right now. So I'm guessing what we have to do is just beat up that lady there, and then they're going to take us to another part of the Iron Man level, probably facing the villain from the end of the movie. That'd be my guess. Nah, she almost wasn't able to get in there. That's funny. Yeah, that's... You can't get in there until you break that. So that's free play. Free play. So we just have to follow her. She went through this glass door over here.
No, I I don't understand, like,
Oh man, she looks angry. Like, really angry. How is she even glowing like that?
Dang.
so what,
Hmm?
so we're in Iron Man 3 right now, or?
Yeah,
Iron Man...
this is the Iron Man 3 movie, so this is the town where that little boy helps fix his suit. I don't remember it ever getting attacked, but maybe it did. I've only seen Iron Man 3
It kind of
twice.
feels like we're a little outmatched right now.
You'll see.
Yeah, no, I just don't understand why people were just, the only reason, I mean, this, no, it's just like, I don't know, it's just like,
Uh-oh.
I don't really understand why people are hyped about this movie, because it's just because Keaton is in it is the only reason. If Keaton wasn't in this movie, nobody would care.
People were always leaking stuff for the Spider-Man movie, and now those leakers have turned to the Batgirl and Flash movie, basically. So they say that they're for one fandom, but they're just leakers. They just, like, whatever big comic movies come out, they go to those sets and, you know,
After
they
some
get the
creative
pictures and they
use
go
of
to their
microwave,
forums and their
Tony
blogs.
defeated the remaining extremist-fueled agents and headed off to take down the Mandarin. Then things got complicated very quickly. The Mandarin
Fake
turned out to be a
Mandarin.
washed-up British actor called Trevor, and the real villain was actually someone familiar. Not an ex-neighbor, but a nerd-turned-superhuman called Aldrich Killian.
Oh yeah,
Gotta
they had
admit,
that guy in
he was looking much more
Shang-Chi
suave
later.
these days. Killian only went and took me hostage, exposing me to extremists. He also kidnapped the president, too, and planned to serve him up like a roast turkey. Tony turned up to save the day, this time with Iron Patriot by his side, and his entire back catalog of Iron Man suits. The 10-year-old with the potato gun would have come too, but he had to tidy his room.
Oh yeah, this is a cool scene. Okay, climax battle. Battle between or mutant. I don't know what it is. Okay. Finally have my Iron Man suit, and who's this? Rhodey? Iron Patriot. I guess it is Rhodey. Thank you for streaming Fire Emblem. That's a lot. I needed to rest. See you tomorrow. I don't understand. Alright, so Iron Patriot looks like he plays just like Rhodey, basically. Yeah. Pretty cool. What else does he do? He has a laser just like Iron Man? Nice. I didn't know that. He didn't have an iron or a laser in the other one. Yes. Save. Continue. Thank you. True Avenger status. Nice. Sweet. So maybe I'll try bringing in Iron Patriot for like the free play then. Probably just gonna stick to Spider-Man though. It makes more sense. Whoop. I don't know who that was, but that's kind of cool.
Okay. What do we got here?
Oh, they have a certain name for a place like this. It's not the docks. Shipyard? Container? What is that thing? Oh, it's supposed to be like a metahuman type thing. Or mutant. Probably mutants. I don't know. I don't remember the term they use for these monster things in Iron Man 3. The guys with powers, didn't they just call them mutants? Oh, that's supposed to be a Hulkbuster? Okay. Alright. Wait for it. Wait, what? Why didn't that break? There we go. Alright. I was gonna say. There we go. So that's another one. Does Iron Patriot have the ability to break glass? No. That's a Hawkeye thing only. Okay. Alright. No big. Whoa, 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 whoa. Iron Man doesn't have super strength, so that would be for Hulk. No worries. I always like the scene where all the different Iron Man suits from the different movies are fighting like this one guy. And Rhodey's like, I'm ready to suit up too. And he's like, sorry Rhodey, it's not programmed for you or something like that. It's not written in your DNA or something yet. And Rhodey's all sad because he can't transform. Okay, so I can't do anything there. Cut this out. Yeah. Done. Whoop. Okay, there's nothing here though. Really? What's the point of coming in here then? No secret in here whatsoever? That can't be. That can't be right. Can it? Guess so. Oh, I see. Okay, I have to fly up. There we go. Okay. Alright. Alright. I see. I understand now. I have to keep my eyes open better. No big. Whoa. Well, I mean, you're probably going to have a lot of shows and video games delayed this year, guys, because of, you know, people getting sick and stuff. It's going to be another, I don't know. I was joking around the other day. I was going to put together like a weekly or daily video game news thing as we try to come up with like something to post as a noon video on this channel again. And there's no gaming news. Like the gaming news is all bad. It's just basically game journalists attacking people, and there's hardly any actual news about upcoming games or anything. Like, I'd be able to do like an upcoming games thing like once a month, but like in terms of doing a daily show or bi-weekly show like I did K-News back in the day, no. Like, everybody is basically, in terms of video game news, they're just talking about like that G4 incident and whether it was like good for that lady host to do that or if it was bad. That's not really game news. That's just, you know, clickbait. Has nothing to do with, like, you'd think everybody be talking about the new Kirby game that came out or something like that, or is coming out. The 2-player post-apocalyptic game that's coming out in the spring, helping celebrate Kirby's 30th anniversary. But I mean, that's the only big announcement that's happened this week is the Kirby game. Like, a little bit more details about it, because Nintendo released a new trailer, I think it was like 2 days ago. So I mean, you could do like a 2-minute video talking about the Kirby thing, but it wouldn't really be a full-blown game news section. It would just be like, hey, this is new information about the Kirby game. That's about it. So the resurrecting K-News is going to be very difficult, because there's not a lot of stuff to report. Or rather, not stuff that I believe is worthy of a news, you know, worthy of my time about the news. Because some things aren't news. Some things are just ways to make people angry and upset and to get clicks on your website. It has nothing to do with the game industry. As we used to say back in the day, it'd be like slow Monday. Even when it wasn't a Monday, it was just slow.
Well, here I am. I am the Mandarin.
Uh-oh. What you doing there, guy? Get him, Tony! After you collect all these studs. Yikes. Boom. Okay, well that didn't go the way I wanted it to. Stop! Don't do that to me. So, I was watching a speed run of Sonic and the Black Knight for fun, and then I read the description of the Sonic and the Black Knight guy who beat it in 2 hours. You know what it said? Filmed on Dolphin emulator with GameCube controller. And I was just like, you cheater. So, most of the footage online of Sonic and the Black Knight, that looks really good by the way, and the gameplay looks amazing, they're all using the Dolphin emulator and they're using a GameCube controller hack. That's not fair. So like instead of swinging the controller like crazy for motion inputs with the sword, they have a button that's tailored to it. They mapped a button. That's lame. Although I'm jealous, I wish I could do that. Then I wouldn't have had as difficult a time with the Sonic and the Black Knight game because I could have just used a controller too. That's one of the things I really liked about when they made the Wii U. Like they were like, you know what? We're gonna bring back traditional game controls, and if people want to use motion controls, there'll be games that'll have the option to use motion controls if you want to. But it's not like mandatory. You have options. But the Wii, everything was like mandatory. In order to play this game, you have to play with motion controls. There's no other way. I didn't like that. That's why I really liked the Wii U was a fun system. Put me down! Oh, you took away my suit. Man. No, I'm not. I'm not just saying that because I don't want to break my arm. I really believe that the game, from what I've seen on YouTube, when people are using the Dolphin emulator, which the Dolphin emulator is a system that people use to play GameCube, Wii, and Wii U games. Although I think the Wii U emulator has a different name. But basically what it does is it upscales the games the way that a PC can. So it makes the stuff like look really, really good. And then it gives you the ability of playing and mapping like a controller to it. So you can take like almost any Wii game and have it like, you know, configured to play without motion controls. It's not how it was designed to be, mind you, but...
You see? That suit was just like you! A failure!
Shut up, Killian.
Jarvis, do me a favor and blow Mark 42.
No!
Even after being cooked in an Iron Man suit, Killian was still up for another round. Luckily for Tony, I was in no mood for any more nonsense. Combining my terrifically toasty powers and an Iron Man repulsor, I flame-grilled the big geek. With that maniac out of the way, Tony celebrated by blowing up all his suits, promising to spend the holidays with me rather than with a screwdriver and an arc reactor. With the president now safe and sound, Tony promised to use his super genius to find a cure for the extremis enhancements. Straight after we'd had a festive dinner. Oh, and after he'd had his shrapnel removed. Oh, and don't forget, he is Iron Man.
They never showed him cure everybody, though. That would have been interesting, too. They never showed that. There was a lot of stuff that they did for Iron Man's character that was handled off camera. But one of the cool things I like about Iron Man in the MCU is Tony, like, always learned from his mistakes and find ways of, like, improving his suit. And it's just these little nods that, you know, Robert Downey Jr. had done with his character that just makes the MCU, like, really interesting. It's like, every encounter he had where he lost a battle, like when Ant-Man got inside his suit in Civil War, he found a way to prevent, like, you know, people from getting inside of his suit. When he had, like, some vulnerabilities in different movies, he found ways of removing those vulnerabilities. it just showed how smart Tony Stark was in that universe. It was really cool, you know? Alright, so let's do free play of this. Free play time. Where is Iron Man? And this is the last DLC thing, right? Ready, aim, fire? Free play? Okay. Let's go with Civil War Spidey. Ready, aim, fire is the name of this. I know, honey. I know. You're fine. Yup.
You'd think that Tony Stark would be happy that he helped save the world from the Chitauri, but something about him is different now. He spends most of his time building new Iron Man suits at his mansion and has somehow managed to get himself in trouble with this mysterious menace known as the Mandarin. I'd like to think he knows what he's doing, but, well, he's Tony.
You see that lovely Malibu penthouse? Well, that's where I live with Tony Stark. Normally, it has a beautiful vista of the Pacific, but today, it has a fleet of gunships hired by the Mandarin to redecorate our lounge. He's the same villain that's been creating all kinds of chaos around town, even putting our friend Happy in the hospital. Guess he's not so happy now. Definitely not Tony's best decision giving our home address to a bunch of lava-blooded villains. On a positive note, at least his new Iron Man suit fits me snugly.
Alrighty, so we got Spider-Man in here now. I also named the episode Ready, Aim, Fire, because that's kind of what it's called. Iron Man 3, Ready, Aim, Fire. DLC, free play. So now we got Spidey. We're going to try to go through this and get everything. Hopefully I won't miss stuff. Okay, I can't get rid of that giant rabbit. But we can use Captain America to put out all the flames. So why don't we do that first? See what happens with that. So, do they give me a Captain America option? That's Nick Fury, right? No. Ultron, Vision, Amber, we'll talk after the stream, okay? Alright, 1 second, guys. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Was talking about some personal stuff and don't want you guys to hear, so. Okay, so that's important. Apparently, Cap cannot put out all the fires, so that's good to know. But there is a metal section over here that only an Iron Man character can blow up. So let's go over to Tony's side. And it seems like Ultron is going to be the... Actually, no. There's something for Hawkeye right over here. So we're going to blow this up first. See what's in here. I'm going to say maybe a mini kit. Nothing? No mini kit. That's weird. Alright. Well, this has to be a mini kit. Thank you. I was going to say. If that wasn't a mini kit, that'd be weird. How am I supposed to get that? Oh, I play Thor, okay. Now, are they gonna have any hidden mini kits like up in... No, there's nothing for Thor to grab. Okay, that looks weird. Let's not do that, Thor. Don't do that. That looks really weird, dude. Oh my gosh, no. Okay, so I need to do iron. Yeah, you're just asking about soup now. If you want to make soup, you can make soup. Like, just open the window. You already cleaned the stove, so everything's good. Zelda, you have crunchies. Oh, I see a monitor off to the side. That's going to be important. Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay. Ooh, I see that little golden... Wait, no! How am I supposed to get to that golden thing now? Yep. I promise. I'm a man of my word. No, don't fly away. Don't fly away! There was something in there, wasn't there? Shoot! So I messed something up already. Darn. So I'm gonna have to do this level again. Well, that's peachy. Well, what's going on with this tree? Nothing. Nothing over here. Is there another monitor somewhere? Yes. Another monitor there, and apparently I already did that, so... Awesome. That doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything. Christmas tree only has the ornaments I can break. And... I don't know what that is.
Alright, why don't you explain to me again what's going on with that?
Huh?
Why don't you explain to me what's happening with that?
They're just combining two different worlds into one. That's all there really is to say. So it's not like people saying that, oh, it's just the Snyderverse again, or it's the Burton universe. It's like, no, it's both. It's both combined, which is weird. I don't know how that's gonna work. Okay, where did Cap go?
Isn't that what Brainiac did though? Crisis on Infinite Earths didn't he merge them?
You mean Convergence?
Convergence.
Kind of, yeah. They're definitely combining that old... You know the guys who wrote Teen Titans, like the really good Teen Titans comics were the ones who did the Crisis on Infinite Earths storyline. Like where they merged all the Earths into one and Barry Allen died. Of course, Barry Allen's not going to die because he's going to be the Flash.
Just FYI, the music in... I was listening back to the stream and the music is kind of overpowering your voice at times.
Oh my gosh, no, that's going to be bad. So we're going to get...
There you go.
We're gonna get massive. Oh, it's already over. So the Disney people are gonna claim this video like right away. But now at least people can hear me. Hi guys.
Yeah.
Hello.
I can hear you as well.
Well, thank you.
Cool.
I appreciate that.
I'm just, you know.
You're fine, honey. You've been up all morning. We recorded a bunch of Facebook stuff, and then you handled the.
To make bean with bacon soup, but I just don't have any energy to do it.
I know.
I might do it now, but I don't want it to make your nose burn.
It's my nose is running so much from all the Mexican food. In fact, hey guys, did you know that Taco Bell changed the recipe of like one of the tacos? Like I used to get something known as a cheesy gordita crunch, and now they've added like this crazy ranch sauce. That's like
it was so spicy.
It felt like I went swimming after I ate it. Like I was covered in sweat. It was just like dripping water.
You gave me one bite of it and I was like, I couldn't breathe.
Yeah, I ate the whole thing and I don't usually do well with spicy stuff. And I was like, what in the world? That was insane.
Honey, I'm glad that you're excited about it.
I know, you're just tired.
No, I just think, you know...
I don't
really like Vicky Vale. I think she's a floozy, so I don't really care. Of all the people to bring back, why would they bring back her?
They're just hinting at that, but that also means most likely that because Michelle Pfeiffer has expressed interest, the Catwoman they're probably going to have be in this new DCU will be Michelle Pfeiffer. And she would be like a mentor figure to people like Margot Robbie and probably Megan Fox or something like that. I don't know, it just seems like some of this is just really weird. I would have preferred if they just... But Affleck doesn't want to come back, so just replace him.
Why would it... I guess bad people could have mentors just like good people.
I know, but the thing is, I mean...
A League of Women's Doom.
I mean, I guess the argument is, well, young Catwoman is in Matt Reeves' universe, and people really love Michelle Pfeiffer. It's like, people really loved Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman when she was younger. I don't know how people are going to feel about seeing a 60-year-old Catwoman, you know? It just... I don't know.
It's bringing me images of, like...
It's never been done.
No, I don't think she'll be in the cat suit.
I mean, maybe she'll just be Selena Kyle, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, they had this thing with, oh my gosh, they had this thing with, was it Madonna? She was like 80 years old, and she was wearing like this outfit that was...
She's not 80, she's 60.
Alright, however, she looks really bad, however old she is.
She's like Michael Keaton's age, but a little younger.
She was wearing like this leather skin-tight outfit on stage
No.
with these thigh highs.
No!
Like, she basically was wearing the equivalent of like a swimsuit with like very revealing backside, and like it was just basically, she was basically wearing nothing on stage, and she was 60 years old, and it just looked really bad. Like, she just looked so bad. Like, people were making fun of her so much because it's just like, why are you wearing this when you're 60 years old? Like, it's just weird. There comes a point where you just need to stop and just get yourself a little sweatshirt with a cat on it.
I think she's a very attractive for her age, but should she be dressing like a 20-year-old? No, not anymore.
No, but she looks bad too, as it like, it just looks terrible.
I'm sure, but there are things that she could wear as like someone her age that wouldn't be like, you know, totally
but
bad.
I'm just saying, like, I just don't want to see Michelle Pfeiffer in a cat suit.
Yeah, I concur. Yeah.
It's just like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to throw up when I go to the theater. No offense. I mean, it's like, you can be gorgeous when you're 20, but you just don't look the same.
Well, they could give her like a different type of burglar suit that's not like form-fitting or something like that. Something that fits her, but it's not like, you know, obviously.
Yeah, like, I mean, she looked
for
really
fan
pretty,
service.
honestly, in the Ant-Man, where she was.
Yeah.
Where she played the.
She played Wasp,
Hank,
the original
Hank Pym's
Wasp.
wife.
Yeah, she played the original Wasp.
And honestly, she looked really pretty there, but she was basically just wearing like a super suit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she could just wear something that's not
I guess it would be interesting to see if she was still a cat burglar in her 60s or something, but you would think that she would be like, I made all my money and I'm not doing that stuff anymore.
That's honestly my whole thing. Like, if I was a criminal, the only reason to be a criminal would be to get away with it and live high on the hog.
Like the Pink Panther.
What was the one on the Pink Panther?
The Pink Panther, the jewel thief in the Pink Panther movies. He wasn't.
Yeah. He was a thief when he was younger, and he was like super rich.
Yeah, and then he pretended to be like super rich, but it was all based on criminal activities. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, that's the whole point. I think that's the whole point of being a villain, is like, you would risk your life, but then you would be able to retire early and just live however you wanted.
No, I felt kind of like, because there are people that always say, like, you know, I don't have inside contacts and all this other stuff, and the information that you provide is like, you know, either hit or miss, which, I mean, that's what happens with every scooper. And I'm not a scooper, I was a reporter. Yeah. So when stuff like all lines up and that's the direction they're going, it's like, I feel kind of like, yeah, it's like exactly how I said it was. Like, it's a combination of worlds, and it's like, then when you see this stuff happening, it's like, you know, there's another notch on my belt just proving that I'm right. You know, so I mean, it does kind of further my ego, but
I'm just stressed because you don't want me to go out. You want breakfast food, and I only have like a few eggs left, and I have hardly any milk. It's really hard not to go out and still cook from home. I don't have any.
I have no problem with you going to the grocery store. I said I didn't want you to go to a building where there were services and people coming up and shaking your hand when you don't know about something.
Shaking my hand. They didn't even touch me.
I don't want to get into this though, because I'm not going to talk about it on the air. If you get the thing and it says negative, you're fine. I don't care what you do. But, you know, you can totally go to the grocery store. I just don't want you going there until you get your thing back.
Yeah, I had some lady at the grocery store like a month and a half, like, put her hand on my shoulder, like one of the employees, and be like, everything okay here? And I'm just thinking, like,
don't
oh my
touch
gosh,
me.
Like,
yeah.
It was until you touched me. Like, I'm trying to get through here without touching anyone.
No touchy.
Oh.
Okay, I have multiple Hawkeyes. Multiple Hawkeyes. I've already messed up this level, though. There was I'm pretty sure there was like a brief section that I was supposed to blast with my lasers, and I didn't do it. So that means I have to do this level again. Probably.
I've been meaning to make a couple different suits, but but it's like once I make soup, I keep eating the bread that goes with it, so I have to go buy more bread.
It's good bread.
Yeah, I know, but you haven't had any of it.
I've had one roll.
Oh, okay. Well, I bought the rolls to make sandwiches, and I bought lots of sandwich meat, and I haven't made the sandwiches.
I know. I've thought about like the other night making a sandwich, and I was like, the roll is really good, and I just kept eating the roll.
Alright, I like the rolls too. I might buy more rolls tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's hard when I go out shopping. That's the only thing I can do because then I have work afterwards. I can't go shopping then cook. Because once I go shopping, I come home and now it's time to work. So I don't have any time working every day.
I know, Amber. I know what that's like.
I know, but it's like I try to...
Oops.
You know... I mean, whenever I try to explain it to people, like even when, like, certain people were like, why didn't you get this bill paid or something? And I'm like, well, I work every day. I couldn't get down there to Comcast and do it. And then they're just like, well, everyone works every day. It's like, no, actually, not everyone does work 7 days a week. I know.
But also, just so people know, we have a lot of our bills are paid like automatically, like cable and heating and all that stuff is done.
For a second, we thought it was
She's-
a long time, but a final missile slip past. I watched in horror as the entire condo sunk into the abyss. Thankfully, Jarvis had managed to help Tony escape a watery end, but the suit had shorted out, leaving him stranded in Tennessee. Further adding to his troubles, the hot-headed villains happened to be visiting the area, and Tony's only ally was Harley, a local boy with a pretty mean potato gun.
Harley the
They
local
were left
boy.
with no
I'll remember
choice
that.
but to take on the Flameheads together. Tony really should start keeping the rest of the Avengers on
I
speed
think he's
dial.
important. I think he's going to be important to the MCU later, maybe. Even if he got blipped, he would still be important. Because most of the people who got blipped are all older now. Or, like, you know, the ones that didn't get blipped. They lived through the blip. So that means they aged 5 years. So Harley would be, I don't know,
So the people
much
that
older.
got blipped, they didn't age?
Well, no, they died. They, you know, when you die, you stop aging.
That's weird.
Yeah, so when they came back, they were the same age when they blipped, and all their friends that stayed, you know, they graduated. Like in Spider-Man's case, like MJ, Ned, and a bunch of these other people were all blipped. Like half the school, half their friends graduated and ended up in college and being much older, and then their other friends were the same age as them, so it's like they had a whole new high school experience with new people. Because they were coming back when they were still, because they didn't graduate high school yet. They just relived or continued where their lives were, which would be weird because in reality, yeah, you were, let's say, 17 or something or 15 when it happened, and then you come back, all your friends are like 18 or 20. So then, are you really that age too, or are you still 15 or something like that? You know, that had to be like a really weird experience. But the thing is, I would expected them to go into it more, but it just seemed like it was kind of like, nah, it's not really an important plot. It's like, really? It's like they were this, and now they're just kind of like, oh, they were blipped. And they just like, they don't really go into it.
I think the MCU focuses on, like, the battles. Like,
The action, yeah.
like, basically, just like when you learn in history class, like, they usually just teach you about the wars. When in reality, there's a lot more to history than just war, but it's like the main thing of history. So I think like that's what the Avengers thing is. It's like there's tons of other stuff that happens, but like I'm sure Natasha has to go through like training to learn everything she has to do from Nick Fury and all the stuff behind the scenes. They never talk about any of that because it's just like so boring. You know. Or like maybe, you know, like I don't know, Tony Stark has to sit there and do his taxes forever for all his businesses. Of course, that's what Pepper said for. I'm just saying, like they don't talk about the boring things. They just talk about the exciting things, I guess.
Yep, they don't really mention the blip at all. It's not a key story thing. It's like, oh yeah, all these people died and then they came back. Let's continue with our universe. It's like, but it like impacted a bunch of people, but they just don't. That's why like there were YouTubers that did videos based on the blip, like just for fun, like what it would really be like, and it's pretty dark. Like there were people flying in planes when they blipped, and And then they're like, well, people came back. Everybody came back. And then the guy's like, yeah, unless they were in a boat or they were on a plane when they were blipped, because you come right back to where you were when you disappeared. So...
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So what if you were flying in the sky on a plane, then you would come right back where you were?
Yep. Oops.
That is really weird. Also, what about like if the pilot was blipped, then the whole plane would have gone down?
Yep.
They didn't really explain that.
No, I mean, it was a pretty horrible thing, but they wanted you to think like, oh, everything's fine. It's like, no, there were a lot of people that died. Was, you know, people who were driving their cars at the moment of blip and all kinds of stuff.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me of... Oh, I don't know if I should talk about this. Because they have weird YouTube videos online where, like... I don't know.
Can he fix things? No.
Some people think that they found, like, videos which... They think, like, they found videos that prove that... like, that cars will just, like, appear on the road randomly and, like, cause an accident. And it appears that the car came from a different time or dimension randomly, or another timeline randomly. They have weird, like, there's, like, these YouTube channels that show, like, cars just appear out of nowhere and either cause an accident or the person swerves and almost hits them.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really weird.
Yeah, I found that funny. Like, my friends over at How It Should Have Ended, they did it. They're doing their news section because they didn't talk about it in the movies, right? So they did the Far From Home thing, and then, you know, Betty Brant, who's this famous like Spider-Man character who makes her appearance in the, you know, Far From Home after the blip. So she's a teenager growing up. She was a little girl when it happened, and she grew up as a teenager. And she's like, and everybody's back. And then her co-anchor is like, he says, yeah, unless they were on a plane or in a boat or driving a car or working on a skyscraper. He's just like going all these other things. She's just like, stop it, Jimmy. And he's like, what? He says, it's true, though. He's like, not everybody came back. This is
what
funny.
if, like, you were... Like, what if, I mean, just weird stuff, like, what if you were blipped, like, what if you were in a house and then your family sold that house,
and then you
blip back
you
to
blip back to where it was.
in your room and it's somebody else's room or something.
Yeah.
That would be weird.
That would be weird. It really would.
Well, what if you blipped right where somebody had planted a tree, so you're, like, right in them.
Oh!
Like, that's, like, weird.
Ouch! You flip back where there's a tree there
like,
now.
Little...
So do you get stuck inside the tree, or do you blip in front of the tree?
That's the point. Like, does it move you out of the way, or?
Also, what about all the people in Sokovia? Like, you know, they were there one moment, and then they're rebuilding Sokovia, and then there's no Sokovia or something. You know, all kinds of weird stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Also, like, Thanos destroyed a bunch of the world. What happens if the people blip where they came from cities, that their cities aren't there anymore? What happens to those people? I guess that's why they never went over it. It's because it's kind of dark. it
doesn't make any sense. Also, like, one thing I don't understand is, like, they said, like, when they blipped back, they said there was, like, a food shortage because all these people came back. But in reality, I don't think that would be the case, because...
Wouldn't the animals all come back, too?
Yeah, like, there would be more animals, and also, like... Yeah, like, say you had I mean, I don't know, did the animals get blipped, too? Like, if you had a pig farm, would half of the pigs disappear?
I don't know if the animals got blipped.
Just the people.
I don't know if the animals got blipped. That's a very good question.
Like, if you had a cow farm for hamburgers, would they half of them disappear? Would your crops did the plants disappear?
I mean,
like, what happened
It was supposed to be, like, just organisms or something? I don't know. That's a very good question.
Like, what would that... Yeah, like, well, that's, like, what I... Okay, alright, this is just my thinking. And thank you for the super chat. We'll look at it when we have a second. I'm sorry, it was just scrolling up a while ago. This is my thinking, like, okay...
Should help if claimed?
Oh, thank you for the super chat. It's towards the video in case it gets claimed.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you for the super chat. That does,
the
yeah.
The bat?
Yeah, the bat.
Thank you, the bat.
Grayson, or Batman.
Okay, I don't know who it was.
No, it's the same. It's the same guy. It's just he likes to change his name.
Oh, okay. Thank you, the Bat. Thank you, Batman. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So sweet. Hope you're having a great day, Batman. Well, here's my thinking on this. Like, the people that got blipped.
Yeah.
You know, they couldn't really, like, the people that say they would have. Okay, usually the population grows. So, like, if you have half the world, those half of the world could not have any kids or anything in those 5 years. So the population couldn't grow in those 5 years. So actually, them being blipped back, the crops would have grown more, hopefully. They would have had increased amount of food because there would be more food supply when everyone was gone. There would be more food per person. You know what they're saying? No food. There was a food shortage when they came back. So
yeah,
there would have been more crops growing. People would have had plentiful food.
Yeah.
Then when they came back, it would have just been the same amount of food as people had 5 years ago.
Yep.
I really don't think that there would be any food shortage. It doesn't make any sense.
That's why it's called a plot hole, because they, you know,
unless people became like pigs and started eating more in that last 5 years because they had so much food.
I mean, you could use Thor as an example. Thor,
or maybe they just got used to, maybe they stopped planting as much food. Maybe they stopped planting as much grain, and then the people came back, and then they're like, oh, we got used to not planting as much grain.
They probably got super depressed for a while, but I don't see them, like, not doing that kind of stuff. Where is, Boom?
Yeah, I think, like, the whole idea of Thanos blipping everyone, where he thought it was population control or whatever he thought.
No, he thought it was population control.
Yeah.
He was pro-population control.
I mean, honestly, you can listen to some creepy billionaires and they think the same as Thanos. Like, they talk exactly like him.
Yep.
It's really scary, and, you know...
Good thing they don't have Infinity Gauntlets.
I have heard sometimes on YouTube and stuff, certain billionaires, they'll sit there and talk about it, and they'll say, well, what we really need is a disease to, you know, kill off half the earth, and then, you know, life would be a lot better for the people remaining here.
Wow.
Oh yeah, they'll say it openly.
That's no different than the politicians saying that we need a war in order to fix the economy.
I know.
It's like, no, just do your jobs better.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Also,
why would you need to...
Billionaires, if you're so worried about the world not having enough food, why don't you find ways of making more food? Like, make more crops, plant more trees. There's things that you could do, but when you present solutions to them, they're like, no, these are the problems. It's like, yeah, those are the problems and these are the solutions. You've got the wealth. Get to it. Go do stuff. You know, instead of, like, telling everybody else how to live their lives, you should lead by example.
But, what was I gonna say?
But they won't do that.
First, I'll talk about something weird. But yeah, like,
when don't we talk about something weird?
Yeah, it's scary because, but in reality, like, Thanos being just some crazy billionaire type saying about population control.
Thanos is Bill Gates.
That's I mean, that's one of the people.
There's
other people like him. But yeah, he does talk about some creepy stuff. He scares me. I wouldn't be caught dead in a room with Bill Gates, like, alone. I would run because the guy is creepy. Anyway, so yeah, like, instead of him being some weird billionaire, I think it would have been much more interesting to make him upset, like, doing it for somebody else.
Well, he's not a billionaire. He's a
I know,
titan.
he's a titan. But I'm saying he's powerful. But I'm just saying, like, instead of making him like Lex Luthor or something like a human would do, thinking about population control, I think, like, Thanos should have been obsessed with death, like you said, like the woman.
Oh, the woman, yeah.
That would have been so much more interesting storyline.
Well, yeah, because he sent so many people to her. If you think about it, he wiped out half the galaxy. I mean, she would have married him at that point. Everything he ever wanted would have come true because he literally provided her with all those souls.
Yeah.
But I mean, they never incorporated her into it. So.
But you're right. Like, it's kind of like live within your means. Like.
Physical form. What vent crate?
Like, honestly, I mean, even the blip shows that, like, you know, like, say half the population of the whole world was wiped out. I think we would still have a food shortage because people would still overspend, overeat, overuse all the resources, no matter how much they have.
Interesting.
People just don't learn to live within their means. Just think about it. People always live paycheck to paycheck. It's very hard for people to save. Well, it's the same with the whole world. It's hard for people to save food, save money, save homes for people that need them, save extra energy, time, energy for people that need it. People don't really save resources for the rest of people, you know.
Yeah.
So people are too busy worried about themselves. You're looking out for number one.
Yeah, makes sense. Alright, where is... You said there's a character with super strength? Like, is Luke Cage in this game or no? Like, he's a Netflix character. Does he count as, like, part of the MCU? Well, he does now because Daredevil. You would think that Luke Cage would count, but back then I don't think he counted as a... So that means I need to be Captain Marvel. Unless somebody else has super strength.
Yeah, I did think I heard something like in the Middle Ages after they had the Black Plague and stuff, like that there was more resources for a little bit or something after a lot of, but that was after a long time though, because you had to wait until the Black Plague was over and it was safe to go out.
It's safe to go out.
I mean, like, that took a long time though. I mean,
years and years.
Yeah.
Raw! Okay, now I know what to do. Now I know what to do. We're gonna take Vision. Look at this. Gonna take Vision right inside here. See, as long as you take your time, for the most part, these things are pretty easy to find.
I think if everyone learned to live on cereal, we'd probably have way more resources available, probably.
Yes. Probably.
I don't know.
Actually making me want cereal, even though I had nachos tonight. But yeah, that... I tell you what, guys, I was eating that taco thing yesterday, and I was just like, hey, Amber, there seems something wrong with this. My mouth is numb. And she's like, what are you talking about? It's like, it's the same thing you always get. And then she ate it, and she's like, oh my gosh! She's like, she just has a bite of like that Mexican ranch stuff, and she's like, what is this? I said, I don't know, I ate the whole thing. And Amber's like, you ate the whole thing? I said, yeah, my mouth is numb. I don't feel anything. I just
I had to grab juice.
It stopped burning, and then the mouth just went numb. Like, it's just like, what?
Yeah, you were just drenched in sweat.
I was drenched in sweat. I was like, well, my sinuses are clear now. My sinuses are open now.
Are good. I mean, never mind.
That's crazy. But then they also, it wasn't just the chalupa, like, it wasn't the beef or the gordita crunch that they changed. They also changed the chalupa recipe too, so super spicy. Because chalupas is supposed to just have a little bit of sour cream with some cheese.
I mean, I ordered cheesy chalupa with beef. It didn't say spicy.
I think the cheesy stuff means spicy. I think they did something to add something to it, because I used to eat Taco Bell all the time when I had ulcers, and it was never that spicy. If I still had ulcers, that would have been bad. Because it would have been like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But I actually did pretty good, because you know what I did after I had all that really spicy stuff? I ate the rest of the yogurt, and I was totally fine. Like, within like 4 hours of eating the yogurt, I started to like feel sensations in my mouth again.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, yogurt works really well. That fermented food thing. And also, milk is really good when you drink something like, or when you have something super spicy, it's good to have milk. It helps you.
That's great, sweetheart.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything in here? Whoop. Oh, there it is. Amber side hug. Thank you. I like the amber side hug. You're so warm. Like a little oven. It works well because I'm like a cold person, so like I'm just naturally cold-blooded. Feels like. Didn't do anything wrong. What do I do now? I'm supposed to just hit you? I'm gonna hit you with an arrow. Is that cool? Apparently that didn't do anything. Oh, Quicksilver, we need to build something. Please build. There we go.
Being with bacon soup, I'm kind of nervous about making it. supposed to put tomato paste in it, and it feels like that wouldn't be good.
After some creative use of a microwave,
What?
Tony defeated the remaining extremist-fueled agents and headed off to take down the Mandarin. Then, things got complicated very quickly. The Mandarin turned out to be a washed-up British actor called Trevor, and the real villain was actually someone familiar. Not an ex-neighbor, but a nerd turned superhuman called Aldrich Killian. I've got to admit, he was looking much more suave these days. Killian only went and took me hostage, exposing me to extremists. He also kidnapped the president, too, and planned to serve him up like a roast turkey. Tony turned up to save the day, this time with Iron Patriot by his side, and his entire back catalog of Iron Man suits. The 10-year-old with the potato gun would have come too, but he had to tidy his room.
Freeplay, Ready, Aim, Fire, Part 3.
Yeah, the last free roam episode I didn't realize I got it wrong. I thought I was playing as Iron Patriot.
You're playing as somebody else?
I was playing as Scuba Suit Iron Man.
Scuba Suit Iron Man?
There's a Scuba Iron Man. We have a number of Iron Men now that are
Scuba Suit Iron Man?
like he's Scuba Iron Man or something.
I see Scuba Captain America and Space Captain America.
No, there's a Scuba right
Where?
next to the red guy. 3 over there.
Oh!
Iron Man Scuba. I
wow.
thought that was Iron Patriot.
Wow, that's weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're not wrong. There it is.
I mean, I thought it was Iron Patriot. It looked like Iron Patriot to me.
Just in case this jams up, because we know what happened yesterday playing Thor. Boo. Wait, how are we doing? We have... Oh, it's not going to tell us. Well, that's not nice. There we go. 8, 3, no red brick, and Stanley. Okay.
Well, I'm excited about the movie. I just don't get my hopes up very much.
Well, I was more excited that I was right than anything else.
No,
I'm
really,
terrified.
I think it's great that you're keeping up on the news for this, and I'm really excited about it.
It's actually really easy to keep up with the news. You just follow a couple scoopers, you go to some, you know, everybody uses the same sites.
I'm
like,
not good at that kind of stuff.
I mean, I'm going to be able to do it at least for DC stuff for a while, but I don't want to report on the Superman stuff. It's too depressing. It's like, I will believe it when I see it, you know?
I'm just depressed about what I heard about Jason Momoa, and
Yeah.
I shouldn't have looked at that before I started streaming.
Yeah, that's sad. Well,
Honestly.
you don't like it when celebrities say they really love somebody and then they dump them.
Well, I was also looking recently at some of Jason Momoa's wife's tweets and like sayings that she said about her husband, that she felt safe and that he protected her and she knew he was always going to be there for her. She said she was like, she actually wrote that he was like, she actually said in like an interview that he was a strong like alpha male type that would always protect his family and his kids and put them first. And that he would always make her feel, she said it made her feel so safe to have a man like that in her life when she didn't really have like something like her father wasn't around or something when she was younger, or he died, or I don't know, something happened to her dad. So it's like she said it was so great to have somebody that she knew could protect her and would always be there for the rest of her life. And I was just thinking like, wow, that's, well, I guess. And then I just looked at his Instagram. I realized all his pictures are of him. He didn't have any pictures of his wife in his Instagram.
It's like somebody else we know that only had pictures of themselves on their Instagram when they were married.
Yeah. Just, I think that...
That's why we just have pictures of our cat.
I think that... No, we would have pictures of us, but I'm camera shy.
I don't like cameras either.
I just think that, like... I don't know, I just think, like, if you get married, I think it's a good idea to try to include your spouse in as many things as possible in your life, because otherwise you get in the habit of having them not around, and then you just get used to it, and then it's so easy to replace them. So it's better to keep including them in things so they're not easily replaced. That's what I think. Because it's just...
I think you're very smart.
It's just sad to me.
Yeah. It's very sad. Especially, like, all the stuff that... I mean, I really hope that he didn't end up with his co-star, because she is bad news.
He'll get what's coming to him.
Pretty much. It's kind of like she's a Black Widow, in a sense. You know, like the
instead of
spider.
killing you quickly, though, she'll kill you slowly with poison over time.
She'll take your wealth and then she'll take you to court and say you did terrible things you never did and ruin your reputation. Although Johnny Depp's reputation is coming back, like he's in commercials again, and Robert Downey Jr. wants him to be in a movie with him because his friends are gonna help him. But
yeah, I heard that Kevin Costner stood up for him too.
Yep, Kevin Costner, like a lot of '80s actors. Michael Keaton has been on his side.
They basically made statements about how he didn't do anything wrong, and that.
But this is why years ago he should have just married Winona Ryder. Like they say they love each other, it's like just get married then. Like, you know, it's like instead of
people make things complicated.
Yeah, they do.
Like we used to have people. Like,
woo!
We used to always have people like, well, you guys have opposite interests, so why are you guys together? It's like, well, you don't need to have the same interests to be together. Like, you don't even have to agree on anything to be together. If you, like, love each other, then it doesn't really matter if you agree or if you have the same interests, or sometimes even if you get along all the time. Like, if you love each other, then you just stay together. It doesn't have to be complicated.
I'm sorry, this is kind of funny. I'm just Thor doesn't know how to fly. Thor's had too many what do they call it? Ale. Too much ale for Thor.
Too much what is the thing they drink?
Ale.
Mead.
You're right, mead. Sorry.
It's it's made with honey. It's alcohol made from honey.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it's interesting that they actually make it from honey, because
since I have a problem with like alcohol, would I be able to have mead or ale, or probably not? It's the same thing as.
You had a friend, one of our friends from Finland, who is a super fan of ours, and our friend Ilka from Finland. He used to talk about how he would make mead because he's, Finnish people are pretty much Vikings, and he would actually make mead on. Because, like, the age for that kind of stuff is much lower in, like, other countries than the United States. In the United States, it's, like, 20 or something. But he was talking to me about how he made it, like, in his yard or whatever. Like, they make it all the time out there in Finland and stuff.
Wow.
Like, it's made with honey and something else. I don't know. I mean, you could probably make it yourself using honey and watching a tutorial online.
I don't know if I can though, because I mean, I'm not supposed to have, because I'm on the same medicine that Heath Ledger was on, and you can't have.
I don't think it's very strong though. I don't think mead is as strong.
It doesn't matter. It's called a chemical reaction though, based on the medicine mixed with the alcohol. It's a death sentence. It stops your heart.
Well, then I don't know why you asked me if you could have it.
I don't know.
Probably not, then.
Yeah, probably not. Whoop. Break!
I'm having a weird conversation.
We always have weird conversations. Name one. We were talking about, like, we're playing Injustice, and this one clip that I think Maverick was the one who helped with the Dracula Batman thing. We're just randomly talking about stuff, and all of a sudden, like, I saw Bruce Wayne do that thing where he put his cape up to his face, and I went, blah! And then just, like, for the remainder of that video, for the remainder of that video, I'm just doing vampire jokes when we were talking about something completely different. And then ADD Luke takes over when he can't get over the fact that Bruce Wayne looks ridiculous. He looks like a waiter. Not a billionaire, a waiter. And vampire waiter. And it was just kind of like, he's a vampire, so we're just going to go blah. And I have two parts of that.
If the stove smells bad when I'm making soup, let me know, okay?
Of course.
Okay. I'm gonna try to make it. I don't want to get too tired and like end up messing it off.
Oops, was I not supposed to break him? Well, that's a collector. Alright, let's find out what Mr. Collector wants. We're gonna make this a time code.
Every morning I wake up, my arm is like, feels weird.
How many days?
A month.
Okay. 129, Collector quest. Oh. Ah! There we go.
Maybe a couple months.
Well, yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's not fine. I feel bad for you. I have back pains all the time.
I came here in the hopes that Tony Stark would freely donate one of his Iron Man suits to my magnificent collection.
What does he want?
Alas, Mr. Stark has
He
been
wants one of the
blessed
Iron
in
Man
many
suits for his
years of
collection.
life. If one was to procure even a piece of his armor, I would reward that person
Proud of
with an
you for doing all the
impressive
bad
prize.
news.
Oh, it's...
I hope they keep leaking a lot of stuff so you can make a lot of cool videos.
Oh, they're gonna be leaking a lot of stuff.
I'm just...
People are gonna get sick of, like... I mean, I'm just glad that there actually is content on that channel, and I don't have to go out of my way and make, like... Because I am making some cool content. I'm working on, like, a Batman 3 script, like, a video talking about when Keaton was
maybe
Batman.
I'm a little jealous of you. I wish I could make cool news videos like that on things. But I would probably make news on, like, everything gaming, because that's just, like...
There is no gaming
I
news.
would get very worn out just talking about, like, one topic. I would want to talk about lots of different gaming topics, but you're right, there isn't a lot of... I mean, I would make my own news. I would be like... I would make news about how there's no news.
No.
Just, like, make a video on it.
No, because I'm worried if I did that, then I'm gonna bleed into what people consider the news, like all this weird stuff that's happening that's not really part of the game industry, but people want to make it like an issue about. Like,
No,
I
would just
I just want to report like what new games are happening and things like that, and a lot of games aren't really happening right now. Like, the only thing that happened was that Kirby thing. That's it.
I mean, I would just do like a little... I mean, I would love to just do a segment on talking about what I'm playing now, or like, hey, this game was like, just like my thoughts on gaming thing. Like, this game was really great. Wasn't the Guardians of the Galaxy story great? Here's why. Like, just weird little things like that.
That's a reviewer. That's a video thesis.
Well, I think that's the kind of videos that I think.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you could always do those
And
because...
then you could do news when you had time. You could always do weird little topics like that, because
it just shows...
It's not always news.
It just shows how different things are, though, because, like, years ago when I was doing K-News, it was really easy to get video game news. Like, you had...
Because there was news all the time.
Yeah, but then it became less about the news and became more about, like, stuff that had nothing to do with the game industry.
Yeah, I know, but you could just make it. You could just ignore that stuff.
But they're not reporting any actual news. They're just reporting that stuff because that stuff gets some clicks.
Well, perhaps I can wear it around my home.
Like, everybody's talking about the G4 incident from yesterday. That's not gaming news. It's just some host went crazy and started yelling at the people watching her stream. Like, she went all Karen, and everybody's making news about it. Either you're for what she did or you're against what she did. That's basically what it is. And that's not gaming news.
I don't really. I mean, yeah, that doesn't really feel like news.
Right, but that's what everybody's talking about. And they're like, pick a side. They're like, are you for her rant? If you are, then you're on the right side of history. If you're against what she did, then you're bad. And it's like, but she had no business doing that during a live broadcast of her show. She made all her hosts around her uncomfortable, and she just created an incident that didn't happen. If she has a problem with, people saying horrible things on the chat, don't read the chat. It's like, that's...
It feels like you're talking to me at this point.
No. No, you would never do that.
Oh, okay. Because I mean, I do need to remember not to read the chat. But, yeah, I mean, like, I guess especially if you're doing, like, an actual... Like, not just your own personal YouTube channel, but if you're actually working for, like, a huge company like that.
I mean, she says she's, like, this big internet person, but she acted like a 5-year-old that her feelings hurt, and she went on a rant during production of their show that just, like, that was basically the whole point of their show that day. They were supposed to do something
like,
game-related,
like,
and she took over the show, like, just ranting for, I don't know, 10, 20 minutes.
So basically she didn't act professional on the
show. No. She could have actually gone to her Twitter and, like, blasted people after work, but... The thing is, they were trying to resurrect that dead brand of XSplit and Attack of the Show and make it a fun show again, and now they've completely torpedoed it. Like, because they're going to lose half their audience. Because she generalized... You never generalize people. She attacked the entire audience that was watching G4. And it's just like...
Oh, wow. So instead of her just attacking that one
attacking,
person,
like, the troll, she, like, basically used it as a statement to generalize everybody. And that's bad. So, yeah.
Well, I have to watch sometimes.
Yeah, no, but you got me to... None of her male co-hosts said anything. They just let her rant, which made it worse.
Yeah, it would have been good if they had, like, cut to commercial and then like made her apologize.
You can't cut to commercial. It's G4 is basically like a live series now. It's like a live stream or something. It's not like really a TV show anymore, I think. It's hard to explain. It's the brand, but it's different.
Yeah, that's what like I don't really like about this whole like, I don't really know how to explain it, but this whole like,
Who did I just get attacked
I don't
by?
really know how to explain this, but this whole movement where women are untouchable and they can do whatever they want, it's just really dangerous, because when something like that happens, you know, they can say whatever they, I wasn't even there, but I know what it's like when a girl like does that, and then all the guys like kind of stare blankly and are too afraid to say anything. It just bothers me because you can't be untouchable just because you're a girl. Like, you have to, if you want to be equal, you have to be able to, like, people have to treat you like an equal. If a guy did that, they would be like, dude, you know, cut to commercial, or they'd be like, dude, please stop, you know, hey, you can't say that here, and like they'd take him off the camera or something. So I just think like that's what I don't understand. Like, I don't know.
I believe it's okay to mention something like once, but if you go on a whole rant, like basically, you know, assaulting your fan base, and then expect your fan base to show up, and then when they don't show up, you continue to make fun of them because you're the one that told them not to watch in the first place, which you should never do. If you get mad at somebody, you don't tell your entire audience don't watch, because they're not going to. It's like, okay, okay, we're good. But somebody needed to step in. I know that they would have gotten like canceled on Twitter because it'd be like, how dare a man tell a woman not to do this, but they're just sitting there like, yeah, we're just gonna let her rant and that's the show. Okay, we'll tune in next week for something else. It's like,
yeah, that's like not good. Like, they should have, because in reality she's kind of assaulting the fans, so they should have like protected their own viewers kind of in a way.
right. I mean, like I said, it's okay to address it. It'd be like, hey, don't do this, and then get back to it. But like, it became like the entirety of the program. Like, she just took over the entire show and just, you know, soapboxed. That's not right. It's okay to address it and be like, don't do this.
Somebody should have said like, well, you know, like if it got really bad, someone should have been like, well, sorry, that's all the time we have for that topic. We have to move on to this. We have these 4 other topics.
You actually get, here's the thing though, you get worse comments than she did, and she went off on a rant. Like, some of the things that people have said about you over the years that I never let you see was nothing compared to what they were saying about her. It was tame, and she went off.
I don't know what they said, but I do see grayed out comments. Sometimes people do say a lot of...
They say a lot of really mean things.
But they do that to all women on
Yeah.
gaming channels.
But what I found hilarious though is she was saying like all the female hosts like never did anything to display themselves as attractive. That's not true. The past female hosts of G4 and Attack of the Show definitely did things to cater to their male audience at the time. So I love when these people go in soapbox and they try to bring up the past as the past is the same as the present, when they definitely used their physical attractiveness as a way to progress themselves, like in their career, like and they were fine with it, you know.
I mean, okay, think of it like this, like, guys, okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, okay, alright, so you know, you and I have been on YouTube for a long time.
Very long time.
So one way that guys will, you know, get people to watch their videos and make themselves not look more attractive to guys, but more like you would want to watch them, would be like get like headphones by Dre and your certain gamer. You have brand names
swag
all
stuff
over you. So that's how guys kind of like attract people to their channel.
Wait, do they call that swag, or they call
flexing?
Flexing, yes. Yeah.
So guys would flex.
Yeah.
So in reality, women showing off how beautiful they are would actually be kind of their own version of flexing. In a way. That's how I see it. I really think it's no different. And I really don't think that, I mean, as long as you're not like dressing like you're on a street corner, as long as you're dressing in a way where it just makes you look cute and hot or cutesy or whatever, really, it's not that big of a deal if you're trying to dress just to be pretty.
Do you see what I mean, though? That's not really gaming
as long
news,
as you're
though?
not trying to dress, like, terribly, if it's not really raunchy, you know, it should be fine, like, you know.
But you get what I'm saying, like, this is what everybody is talking about, and, like, they're making videos on it, and they're choosing sides, like, about what happened, and that's their big game news, when literally yesterday, Kirby dropped, like, this major announcement.
My main question is, like, is she coming back to work, or is she fired at this point?
No, she's gonna be fine. Nothing's gonna happen to her. She would have been reprimanded, like, 10 years ago, but no, nothing will happen.
If that was me, and I went on a rant, and I worked somewhere, I think I would probably be fired. Like,
if it was a guy who had a rant like that today, yeah, they'd be fired.
I would figure that I was fired. Like, if I did rant and I was freaked out and I ranted, I probably would not come into the work the next day. I would probably just quit because I would feel so embarrassed. Like,
No, you would probably just take a sick day and then you'd come back.
No, I would be. I mean, maybe I would. Maybe I would. Maybe I'd probably write an apology or something.
I don't think you need to. I mean, the worst thing you can do is, like, come back to it the next day. If you do go off, it's like, it's always good to just, like, kind of let it fall off your shoulders like water, and then just kind of, like, go on with your day the next day. Like, when you bring it up, that's how, like, drama starts. Like, when people keep, like, going over it and over and over and over it, you talk about it once and then you're done, and then, you know, you move on to something else, and hopefully they don't let her read the chat again, because
like,
the chat won't change.
Why is she reading the chat? Like,
there are purposely that go into chat rooms and they say mean things. That's what they do. That's why they're called trolls.
That's why why don't they, if they have several people on, why don't they have a chat moderator that feeds them questions?
Yeah, exactly.
That should be what they should do from now on.
They're supposed to. When they have live shows, even those, like, talk show people, they have people that go over,
because
like,
I get triggered by the chat sometimes, and I get annoyed because you're not reading it, and people are writing all kinds of stuff to me, and I'm getting freaked out. Even stuff that's grayed out, nobody can see, it's bothering me, and you're just on your merry way playing the game, and I'm freaking out because I'm seeing all this stuff, and it's like, you know, it is hard when you're seeing all that, you're bombarded with all those chat questions.
When I was playing Forza and Halo, I was getting, like, really horrible things, like, said about me, and I just, like, sometimes...
It's like the first time they say it,
sometimes I can't even talk, like, for a few minutes.
Yeah, like, the first time they say
like,
it,
oh,
it hurts,
okay.
but after a while, like, they keep saying it over and over again, it really does start to get to you, like...
Yeah.
Because everybody's saying the same thing, and it's just, like, very stressful.
Yep.
But, yeah, anyway.
But anyway, we got to wrap this up now, speaking of. So, I think, guys, that's the end of the DLC. So that means free roam tomorrow? Or we do free play of the story again. I kind of want to do things different. I would like to handle, like, all the free roaming first, and then go back to the Avengers story as free play. Because, like, last time what we did is we did free play, or we did the story, then we went right into free play of the levels, and then we did free roaming. I want to do the free roaming first, get that all taken care of, and then do the free play, like with the story. That's kind of how I want to go about that.
I guess I'm done talking about the other topic.
Oh, you're fine. So anyway, guys, the Gal Sonic finale will be tonight. It'll be happening at 10:15. I've already eaten, so there's really no reason to delay the stream. I just need to get something to drink, hook up the Wii U, and play Sonic for the last time. Very sad. And then I think Spider-Man is going to be starting tomorrow. Amazing Spider-Man tomorrow night. Which means I have to make new thumbnails for that. Yeah, because you guys voted for it, so. And then Mario Dream Team will be starting up after we finish this game. Because Pokemon is coming out on the 28th, so. That way we can free up our 8 o'clock for Ultimate streams until the end of the month. Because we have 14 Ultimate streams left, I think. Because we have 20, 22, 23 Ultimates. So we have 14 streams left, I think. So the 8 o'clock time slot is usually ideal for that. But yeah, we hope you guys had fun. Thanks so much for hanging out. Migrate over to Sonic if you want to see the finale of that. And I hope you guys look forward to Amazing Spider-Man starting tomorrow on Friday. It's TGIF. Thank God it's Spider Friday. So, never mind.
TGISF.
Yeah, there you go. That works better. Thank you.
Thank God it's Spider Friday.
Thank God it's Spider Friday. All right, guys. See you in a little bit with Sonic the Hedgehog finale and Black Knight. Bye-bye. Oh, and thank you for the super chat and members today.
See ya.
With